Good evening. Anyone there? Aha. We're live. Oh. Live from Norfolk. Anne Duggan, nice to see you. Hope you're keeping well. First things first, time to crack open the beer. We're also live on Instagram this evening. I'm trying that as well on the Stevie Jones and the Wildfires Instagram feed. So hello to Mike Cartwright, who's looking on that. I've got that lined up on my phone, and I've got everyone else on the Facebook page on the iPad. So multitasking whilst pouring Ghost Ship as well. Good health. Welcome to Live from Norfolk. Matthew Wright. Oh, lovely to see you, mate. Nice to see you online. Yeah, I did actually, I realise now, I did actually do a live from Norfolk a few years ago when I was in the caravan. I mean, that's way before lockdown. And I had an evening where I was over this way having a few days writing. And funny enough, one of the songs I'm going to play for you tonight was written in that caravan. So it has been done before. Let's get this beer out of the way. Paddy, good evening. So tonight, yeah, I'm just going to be playing a few songs for you live from my dad's house over here in Norfolk. I'm over here for a couple of days, and happened to coincide with the Monday Songs and Stories live stream time. So why not? Dad's just popped out anyway. So it's just me and the dog. I don't know where Louie is. Hillary, nice to see you. So let's just kick off with a song. This is off Angels and Sirens. It's all about life on the road gigging. Morningless Life. But I feel good when the moon is out. When you stay in, we leave the house. We are animals who come out at night. A kind of lyric, a broken song. Got to keep on moving on. This is the time when we feel alive. I've been upside down so long, living on this side of dawn. I wouldn't change it if I could. I'd trade my time for a morningless life. A rock venue, country pub, an open fire, a multi-story car park, and the rebel will be driving me tonight. I find my peace in a ghost town, services with no one around, and I can't see much clearer on my own. I've been upside down so long, on a jetty just to sing my songs. And I wouldn't change it if I could. I'd trade my time for a morningless life, so removed from the 9 to 5. Might be there in body, but I won't be in mind. But I've given blood. I see my friends die, waiting for somebody just to listen. Oh, Thank you for joining, John Lambert, Vicky Cartwright, and Neil Matthews. Now, a special shout out to Neil of Music Brag, who's currently in hospital. He's watching this from his hospital bed. He did message me earlier, and yeah, get well soon, mate. I'm not quite sure the exact diagnosis, but I know you had very bad ear infection earlier, and I just hope you get well soon, mate, and get out as soon as possible. We need you well. So all the best, mate, and yeah, good health to you. Good evening, Duncan Bissett. Hello, Norfolk. Yeah, it's all a bit Alan Partridge over here tonight. Yeah, so I'm over here, obviously catching up with my dad. I haven't seen him since way before Christmas, so good to finally get over here and bring the guitar over. And I've actually been able to nail the finishing touches to a couple of songs, and I'll be playing you a couple of those in a minute. In honour of my t-shirt, let's play a bit of this. Breaking rocks in the hot sun, I fought the law and the law won. I fought the law and the law won. I needed money and I had none. I fought the law and the law won. I fought the law and the law won. I let my baby in, it felt so bad. I guess my race is run. She's the best girl that I've ever had. I fought the law and the law won. I fought the law and the robbing people with a 6-gun. I fought the law and the law won. I fought the law and the law won. I love my girl and I love my gun. I fought the law and the law won. I fought the law and the law won. Killed my baby and felt so bad. I guess my race is run. She's the best girl that I've ever had. Oh, I fought the law and the law won. 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 I fought the law and the... There we go. Bit of Sonny Curtis, which is obviously a hit for The Clash. And we shall be returning to The Clash later on in this show, ladies and gentlemen. Ted Ellis, good health to you, brother. So yeah, I've just realised when I was playing this, if I break a string tonight, I'm completely fucked, because this is the only guitar I've got, and I didn't bring any spare strings, so let's hope that doesn't happen. I'm not going to do an a cappella show. So yeah, songs, new songs. Let's have a go at a new song for you. So the new album, we've made a start on it this last weekend, putting down some guide tracks. So basically what we've done is we've recorded ourselves to a click track. There's about 8 songs that we've recorded these guide tracks to. And then we're going to go back in again properly and record the bass and the drums properly. And the guys will have this guide track to click on their cams. So we'll get the bass and the drums down in the next session, and then moving forward we'll add guitars and in the end obviously vocals. Probably, we're probably going to go somewhere else to do the finishing touches. It's going to be Deadline Studios, because Adam Ellis, who did the Angels and Sirens album, he adds vocals as well and little touches. He's a great musician, and his musical input will be will be invaluable as well as everything else. So whilst there's other studios I could go to, it's Adam's sort of musical ear and his input in that factor that is going to be really useful. And we're also going to get Autumn to do a couple of bits of keyboard and backing vocals hopefully on it as well. So yeah, both the Daves in the band are pretty proficient at sort of home recording stuff. They've got all the gear. Dave Forster's sort of doing that, and we've made a good start on it. It's exciting, you know. We've got such a long way to go, and obviously we'll probably do a pre-order campaign, and we'd love you all to sign up to that when that's released, you know, the details of it. But we're a long way from it yet, you know, and I could hide all these songs from you until then, but I think it's quite nice for you to maybe hear the sort of these origins of them, and then you can see in time how it grows. If you come to any of our live shows, we've got quite a few live shows in April, you'll probably hear some tight versions of these songs, and we might be nearer down along the line, I suppose, to finishing the album then. Who knows? It's as long as a piece of string recording, and we're not going to put ourselves under any pressure, and because we're recording it ourselves, we have got all those time constraints. So this is going to be the title track of the album. I'm going to play it for you now. I've been working on it over the last couple of weeks, really, and many of you probably have seen it's going to be called Clarity at Dusk. Yeah, it's all influenced by all the walks I've been doing and been boring you all to death with pictures of sunsets and things like that. So anyway, I'm going to play the title track, and this is a kind of sketch of it, a rough idea of it anyway, and it's going to feature Autumn on it, doing some keyboards and some vocals hopefully. So Clarity at Dusk. So tired of feeling so low again, can't seem to find my way through the day. Full of self-doubt, my whole body aches. Need to cut through the struggles I face. I will walk out when the day meets the night. Watch sunset like fire in the sky. Embrace the silence in nature I trust, and here I will find clarity in dusk. Wall of corruption, anger and hate, short-term thinking gets shorter each day. Narcissism replacing natural thought. Instincts are gone, we all can be bought. An owl hoots above, echoes the wood. Pheasants are startled as I walk through. Embrace the silence in nature I trust, and here I will find clarity in dusk. Nights, watch sunset like fire in the sky. Embrace the silence in nature I trust, and here I will find clarity in dusk. matters. Nothing else matters. These moments, in these moments, in these moments, in these moments. I will walk when the day meets the night, watch sunset like fire in the sky, embrace the silence in nature I trust. Here I will find clarity in dust. Clarity in dust. Clarity in dust. Clarity at dusk, or clarity in dusk. I haven't decided which way round it's going to go. A rough sketch of what will be the title track of the new album. Over on Instagram, we have got... Who's that? Miranda North and somebody else whose name I can't read. Hello, both. Carlene, good evening. Hope you're keeping well, Carlene. So yeah, that's a new one. Let's do something else that's going to be on the album. This is one that you'll know. Many of you will anyway. Wind blows all around me. I hear voices in the trees calling through its branches, filling up my mind with memories. Carmen, shared a birthday with your boyfriend. I guess he was too much like me. I played a cameo in your breakup, but I was left ununderstudied. turned into the summer rain. Never felt so much love as those nights. Will I ever feel it again? Will I ever feel it again? Come on, come back. Come on home to me. Can we wind the clock back? Come on. Come on. Come on. Cheers. Ted, you're on Insta now. You're on both or just Insta? James Sexton, evening. Billy Ashanti. You'd be on the coast, boy. Yeah, I am. I am the old booty. Just down the road from Bernard Matthews, probably. Can hear the turkeys from here. Yeah. Oh, it's a lovely part of the world. I haven't been coming up here as much as I should be. I mean, in the summertime, sometimes I just used to head out for the day and lie on the beach, you know. But I love it. I nearly moved here. I was looking at options of moving here for a while. Never happened. Still in Northants. Just a bit nearer. But yeah, it's a wonderful part of the world, and one of my favourite songwriters, a guy called James Varder, who some of you might have seen. I've posted his music on my profile sometimes. He actually lived near here in Sheringham, and I had no idea until James had passed away, and I'd seen he'd sadly left us, that he lived locally, and a lot of his songs are particularly from his last couple of albums, are very nature-based, and huge influence on me, particularly on the writing of this album, actually. So it's nice to be in the area where James would have picked up some of his influences as well, you know, this weekend and every time I come here. So look him up, James Varder, a fantastic songwriter. Made his first album in 1988 and passed away, I think, about 5 years ago. And I was very shocked to hear that. And he wasn't that well known. He's a bit of a modern day Nick Drake, but absolutely amazing poetic songs. Anyway, I'm going to play you a new song. This song is all about people who take risks, really. You know, I think anyone who's got a big ambition or a big aim in life, you know, something that they really just want to go and do, you know, they might sell up their house and decide to move abroad, or they might make a very risky business decision, kind of putting all your eggs in one basket. And it's about anyone who does that. You know, I've done it a few times in my life. So this is anyone who's sort of driven by that and, you know, kind of packs up everything and goes, or, you know, or pumping all your money into a very expensive album or tour. Lots of bands have done that. We won't be doing that on this one. We've learned a lot of lessons in the past. It'll all be whatever we can afford, really. But yeah, this is for anyone who's you know, pursued their dreams, I guess, and risked everything. This is called Do or Die. She's down at cash converters, selling everything she owns. The rest in father's attic, some old books and some old clothes. Buzzing with excitement, you can see it in her eyes. Heading out coast to coast and leave it all behind. Step outside find our way back home again? Do or die? He's waiting on the visas down at the embassy. Months of forms and questions about the family, staring at the papers, at all the vacancies. He needs the stars to align to make this reality. Step outside the world you know. Step outside. These dreams are bigger than us. We are gonna chase them anyway. Is this do or die? Will we find our way back home again? Do or die? Standing at the front gate of the old factory, with dusty broken windows holding on old padlock key. The waiting, it is over, the lease papers are signed. In the shadow of the vision of the mountain you must climb. Step outside the world you know. Step outside. These dreams are bigger than us, but we are gonna chase them anyway. Is this do or die? Will we find our way back home again? Do or die? Do or die? Is this do or die? Do or die? Is this do or die? Do or die? Is this do or die? Is this do or die? Do or Die, new song, not quite there. I only finished that. Well, I finished writing a couple of, a whole verse I actually finished writing today. So it was just a guide verse the other day. So, Paddy, okay, go and play. Enjoy your night, mate, and whatever you're doing tonight, wherever you're playing in Leicester, have a good one. I don't know if you're going to Annie's wake on Friday at the Musician, Paddy, before you go. I'm going to be going there because Annie from the Ruby Doos sadly passed away last week, and she it was apparently she was terminally ill for a while. I had no idea, and she's at peace now. And but we're having they're having a wake for at the Musician on Friday, and originally we had our gig schedule for them, but obviously we've cancelled it to enable the wake to happen at Annie's favourite venue as well, which is a Musician where she performed no end of times, and her husband Dawson's going to be running an open stage there, and I'm looking forward to seeing everyone there and hopefully playing a few songs myself. So I'll see you on Friday, Paddy. Yeah, good. Hopefully it'll be a really good memorial tribute to Annie, who was a wonderful, wonderful, bright, talented woman, and we will miss you, Annie. But we'll do our best to play a few songs and raise a few glasses in your honour on Friday. See you on Friday, Paddy. Right, another song. So yeah, that's another new one. Let's play an older one that is going to appear on the on the album as well. Right. Goodbye everyone on Instagram. My phone battery's dying, so I'm going to say goodbye Instagram. I'm still going to stay on the Book of Face. I'm going to have a go at another song. Yeah, so I can be landscape on the Facebook live feed, but Instagram only allows you to be portrait. Not that it matters in my world, but some people get funny about that kind of thing. Alright, the song I want to play is in this folder somewhere. Here we go. This is a song that we've been, again, we've got the guide track down for it. And it sounds absolutely epic as a full band. I don't play it very often. It's another song that was on the Coming From the Rain album that we're electrifying, but let's just have a go at acoustic tonight. Oh, hold on a minute. Let's try again. July moon, full and bright, feeling charged, it's in your eyes. I don't want to argue with you anymore. So much left to say, the words can never describe. Driving through the back roads, windows down, and you know we have never felt as close as we do now. Everything we seem to do is so dysfunctional. It's a beautiful night. Celebrate our broken love on Valley Lane. Under stars, she is wilder than the sea, changing all the time. Contradictions pull me in, and I go back for more. It's a beautiful night. It's a beautiful night. So dysfunctional. Celebrate our broken love down on Valley Lane. Kissing naked under stars, blood rushing our veins. Making love like animals, hearts ripped open wide. Fornicating just like wolves, worshipping the night. It's a beautiful night. It's a beautiful night. I'm by the lake. It's a beautiful night. Something like that. Oh, Ian Lovell, good to see Stevie sounding good. Thank you very much, Ian. Yeah, you're such a great creative yourself, brother, and you always just chuck it out there, no matter what. Really appreciate you tuning in tonight. About song Violet Lane, it's a hard one to play acoustic. It really is. It's not one I'll be doing very often. Kind of needs the band, but it's also the sort of thing that we might not play live that often as well. We'll see. But I'm really looking forward to nailing it in the studio. It's going to be a really, really good song in the studio, certainly. Let's play something off Stratigraphic Heart. It's another song really about ambition. I mean, some of my songs are about that really, and I admire anyone who pursues ambition, pursues their dreams and goals. It doesn't always work out, does it? No matter what your goal is, whether your goal is to dig up your allotment and grow loads of vegetables or something, or do up a car, or travel the world, or make an album, or write a book, or knit a jumper. It doesn't always work out, but it's the thing is about, certainly in the creative world, there's always some bloody critic out there, isn't there, who thinks they know better than you and is going to give a critique of your work and all of this, and while a lot of it is useful, ultimately it's down to you, isn't it? And it's how you feel about it. And certainly with the media and with music, a lot of people access stuff they've heard through the main media, and they forget about the smaller independent artists who are creating a lot of work that's probably just as valid, not as well produced, and a lot of those artists don't get heard. It's a topic that I always keep going back to, because you can apply that theory to so many things. I mean, how many great footballers are in youth teams and things like that don't get picked by the main coach because for whatever reason, it's a lot of it's luck, and a lot of it's who you know and things like that. And people are always telling you there's certain ways of doing things and that, but I admire anyone who goes out and does things their way, really. And this song is about that. It's about trying to ignore a lot of the background noise with these things and just do it your way. And this is called Today. Someone always gets the lucky breaks. Some of them are chances, some of them are fakes. So sit tight and watch your back. They're waiting in the shadows. You just got to keep on track. And I don't care anymore. Serve my time, I'm looking forward. Nothing's going to stand in my way today. Always a critical knows best, like the puppets on the Muppet Show. You will never pass that test. So sit tight and hold on. You gotta keep the faith and hold the light. Don't waste your breath if you're proving I'm wrong. I don't care anymore. Serve my time, I'm looking forward. Nothing's going to stand in my way today. care what they say. They say things in different ways. Hit the road, time to create, time to seize the day. Dig deep in the memory sea, with all the truth that you believe. Sticking to that path and not afraid. Not looking back, I'm looking forward. Not looking back, I'm looking forward. Nothing's going to stand in my way today. Cheers. Today, which is the final track off the album Stratigraphic Heart, which, if you wanted to buy a CD off, I've just pressed up a whole need of fresh copies for those, and you can get them from the store. You get a CD and a full download of that if you buy it from the store. Head over to steviejones.com/store, or just chuck in a donation, because tonight is a bit like busking. So imagine if I was just in the street, would you chuck me a couple of quid? You would? That's cool. Well, head over to the store and chuck me a donation then. Be much appreciated, really would actually. Any donations at the moment would be very, very well received. Guitar strings, rehearsal time, you got it. Mark Hodgkins, Paul Harland, nice to see you both online. Thanks for joining us. So, another song. Yeah, I'm going to be here tomorrow as well, and I'll probably go for another visit to the sea. Probably go to Sheringham or somewhere, and somewhere around the north coast and Norfolk, he says, with a mouthful. Getting some sea air. It's kind of like, I love my woods, as many of you know. I've grown up with woodland next to me. I was talking to my dad about that actually. We had a really long chat about my childhood and how important to me woodland is. And when I grew up in a place called Kings Langley, I had some amazing woodland, literally a couple of minutes from the house. And when I was really small, my mum used to let me go and play in there, you know. And there was an old quarry there. I used to fall down there and come back covered in mud, and you know, it was really my playground, was that. And I think ever since then, wherever I've lived, I've always needed to be near trees. Even when I lived in Bournemouth, I got a flat that overlooked some you know, lots of trees. And obviously, when I lived in Germany with James Sexton, we had access to loads of great woodland. That was literally a half hour walk from our house. So since then, you know, I've always needed to be pretty much near trees, and I forgot what I was going to say now. Completely forgot what I was going to say. Oh dear, it's gone. It's gone. Oh, that was it. Sorry, I'm getting old. Old and senile already. No, I also need a sea fix as well. I always need a sea fix every couple of months. I need to go and walk by the sea, you know. And I think living in the Midlands most of your life, it just becomes a bit of a novelty to see. If you live next to the whole time, you wouldn't bat an eyelid, I guess. But I always need the need to see the waves, see the sea, look out at the coastline, you know. And it's important. It's good for the mental health. Talking of mental health, let's do this song. This next song, I wrote this. It's on the Coming From the Rain acoustic album. It won't be featuring as a band song, but I'm going to play it tonight anyway. This is a song about when you've got a relationship with someone and you're messaging them all the time, and you do see them very occasionally, and they're messaging you for help, and you're advising them, and there's a real bond between you. Suddenly one day it kind of dawns on you that they don't quite feel the same way about you, the way you feel about them. And you kind of back off a little bit, and you do a bit of an experiment. You sort of stop messaging them, in the hope that it's a two-way relationship, and that you'll hear from them, and they'll ask you how you are, and it doesn't happen. And months go by, and then a year goes by, and you realise that really, it was all a bit one-sided, really, and they just kind of enjoyed the attention. And it happens a lot. And this is a song about somebody who I really cared about, and I helped through some difficult times late at night, and she didn't quite feel the same way about me, I don't think. But I hope she's okay, and I hope she's happy, and I hope to see her again sometime. But this is called Devaluing. I've been here such a long time. When will you realize I can't wait here forever? I can't waste half my life. Oh, look around you. At all that we share, you devalue. You say that you're busy when the days they're long. Your excuses working for a friendship so strong. Oh, look around you. At all that we share, you devalue. Tell me, how can I get through? You shrug it all off, it's not much to you. Whoa. I'm your 3 a.m. counselor, your guardian of pain. When you're walking on a wire, I will be there to catch you again. Look around you. And all that we share, you devalue. So tell me, how can I get through? a fool for you. And I'm a fool for you. Fool for you. Devaluing, off the album Coming from the Rain. Again, you can buy that on CD from the store if you wish, or it's available to stream as well if you so wish on all the usual streaming channels, including Spotify. It's been nice to see my dad, and we were talking a lot about my childhood, and we were going through all the different houses that we lived in, and I have a very distinct memory of when we got this particular sofa, and it's an early memory. I was about 6 years old, I think. And I remember going with him to buy this sofa in this new house and it being in the front room. I said, I remember that. And I said, at the time we had this mono record player, with the lid and everything. And I said, I remember playing, you and my mum playing Joni Mitchell Blue and Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, Deja Vu. Our house is a very, very fine house with 2 cats in the yard. And I loved that album cover, that was great. Melanie, Candles in the Rain, that was an album that was played on this mono thing, and the various singles that my mum had as well, like Buddy Holly and the Beatles and things like that. But another distinct memory that we talked about was when he first got a stereo. So we moved up from the mono player into this stereo, and I remember the first albums hearing a stereo loud in this front room was Supertramp, Crime of the Century, and Elton John, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, and I remember leaping around the room, just absolutely buzzing off this music that filled this room. It was like nothing else. Do you know what I mean? Later on, I had the same experience when I first put on a Walkman and went for a walk, listening to Rush Moving Pictures in the fields. These are sort of seminal moments of hi-fi as you're growing up, and I don't think anyone's going to experience that anymore in the same way. The first time people heard stereos, the first time that people heard a Walkman, these are all groundbreaking things. I mean, you got Dolby Atmos and surround sound and that, but we're all kind of used to these things now. But back then, no one had stereos back then, and it was like, wow, stereo sound in a front room, and it was mind-blowing, and it obviously changed my life. During that time as well, Mum and Dad were playing classical music as well, so that was great. Dad always liked a bit of jazz. So there's lots of different sounds going on over that stereo. And later on, when we moved house, he got a bigger stereo. In fact, it was really cool. He put some extension speakers into the kitchen as well. So when you're doing the washing up, you could listen to stuff. And and Van Morrison and Queen, Night at the Opera was on, and all the tapes as well that we had. We were talking about borrowing stuff from the record library and how good it was. And now it's a bit like Spotify now, in that, back then we were just taping stuff and it wasn't costing us anything, whereas now people listen to Spotify and everything. It's a bit like a huge record library, really. And if you really like it, hopefully you'll go out and buy the album, or at least go to see the band, and that's what I did back then. Anyway, this is a song about all that kind of stuff. I think you know where I'm heading if you know this track. I'm going to finish off with this one for you, and this is all about growing up with music and those first seminal moments and thereafter. This is called This Is My Church. tree, walking my dog out in the field. I found a new religion to the sound of the Walkman connecting with me. My first gig was in 81. I saw the whole live at the NEC. My ears they rang for days, and I thank my father for the fire he gave me. And this is my church, and these are the roots of me. And this is my church, and these are the roots of me. All of the tapes my uncle made for me. Robert Johnson and Neil Young, Hendrix, Kraftwerk and David Bowie. David Bowie, he filled my head. Every album was a brand new journey. Mum and Dad played Supertramp, Mama, Man, Queen, Floyd and Joni. And this is my church, and these are the roots of me. And this is my church, these are the roots of me. I was 6 years old, down a yellow brick road. The sofa was my piano. On a Thursday night, with a plastic guitar, watching to be Mark Bolan. I worship the ground of the punk rock style. Death called me for Bauhaus. The energy and blow my mind. On the walls with curtains, melody maker and the enemy. Tuning in to John Peel and the tube on a Friday as I have my tea. And this is my church, these are the roots of me. This is my church, these are the roots of me. So we headed to Brixton, 200 punks on a southbound train. Headed down to Brockwell Park for the Spear, the Damned, the Enemy. Enemy changed my world with the pride and the passion and the family they gave. Upon the bass and formed a band, ignited the fire that burns in me today. This is my church, these are the roots of me. This is my church, and these are the roots of me. This is my church, 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 this is my church. These are the roots of me. This is my church, and a bit of background before it as well. So, yeah, that was my story of how I got into music. And we've all got our own stories, haven't we? But yeah, you can't beat a damn good gig, can you? You know, and thankfully we're able to do that a little bit more now. So anyway, that's it for tonight. If anyone's around on Saturday evening, myself and Rob are doing a waltzers gig at Posh Paddy's in Corby. It's always a cracking night, and me and Rob will be belting out some of our covers that we do in our own waltzers style. So if you feel like popping over to Posh Paddy's in Corby, we'll be on about 8 o'clock, I think it is. If not, I hope to see you either online or in person soon. We've got more live dates that I'm going to be publishing shortly. But you can see which Wildfires gigs, originals gigs are coming up on our website on the gigs page. Till then, have a great week. Take care of yourselves. And yeah, I'll speak to you soon.